Kia ora everybody. Now today I want to do something a little bit different and a little bit more serious. Instead of going out and wandering our beautiful country and being a bit silly, I want to stay in and wander the mind. Alright, yeah, that's a bit of a stretch. Now obviously, hopefully not too obviously, I'm not the biggest sporting fan or athlete. The Olympics really doesn't mean that much to me. So, why am I about to sit down with you to have a conversation about the Olympics? Well, that starts with a bit of a story. So I'm going to need you to stay where you are. You've already clicked on the video, you have to stay. So first, just a few quick disclaimers. A, this has got nothing to do with any of the controversy that is currently going on with the Olympic Games. Second, this is all about New Zealand television channels. So if you are outside of New Zealand and have no connection to New Zealand's TV channels, this might not really be for you. And finally, this isn't going to be very theatrical. Not going to be a lot of moving parts. So if you're really here just for that, it's probably going to be a bit boring for you. Oh, the algorithm is going to hate me. Alright, story time. The other day when I was at work, my co-workers and I were watching the news, and on came a story about some New Zealander winning a silver medal in something. Again, I couldn't really care less, but it did make me think, I haven't heard that much about the Olympics, which was weird to me because last time I remember being really into it. I watched so much of the Olympics and Paralympics, and this time it's been nothing. So I got trying to think, what was the difference between this time and last time? And as I got my brain warming up, I suddenly remembered. And to explain this, I have to go and delve a bit more into my backstory. I work as a support worker for people with physical and intellectual disabilities who live in a flat-like environment. And last time, we just had Duke TV on almost 24/7, and that had 24/7 coverage of the Olympics and then the Paralympics following that. But on thinking about it, I realized what was so amazing about last time and why I was so into watching it was because the people I support were watching it. I had people that I was supporting who would usually not be into sports or might only be into certain sports. They were watching almost everything the Olympics had to offer. And they were loving it. They were getting really into it. And I thought, that's just really amazing. It's taken me this long to click as to why, and now I suddenly have a problem with the way the Olympics is being distributed. As of this moment, you have two options if you want to watch the Olympics on TV. Your first option is to pay Sky, and they'll come and install something in your TV so you can get access to all 12 Olympic coverage TV channels. And that will cost you either $30 a week or $50 for a month. Or you can watch it on one TV channel for free. And that seems fair, right? But is it? This one channel isn't actually that good. For one thing, half of it is just reruns of the last 12 hours, and what we have left is mostly cut together. You get a lot of skipping from event to event, and you miss a lot of important moments from what I've seen. And I have to assume that on the 12 channels you can pay for, that doesn't happen. I have to assume you get to see the whole event, start to finish. I don't know. I don't have Sky. And now we get to my problem. Because while $30 to $50 a month doesn't seem like a lot, and it really isn't that bad a deal if you ignore that you have to get people in to fix up your TV, and if you forget to unsubscribe, you have to pay, you'll automatically pay again. So after the Olympics are over, you could accidentally shell out another $50 for nothing. But also, right now, we're going through a lot of inflation, and more than 1,000 people recently have had job losses. It is a tight time for a lot of families. A lot of people are barely getting by. $50 is a lot in that circumstance. But hey, they give us a free channel which gives some coverage, but this just doesn't cut it. For the next few reasons that I'm going to try to explain. Firstly, these athletes train their entire lives to get to this point, and a lot of them aren't going to be seen. I'm not just talking about people from New Zealand, I'm talking about the athletes from all over the world. Everyone trains really hard to get here, and all of them deserve respect for that achievement. If you happen to be living here, but you support another country, you could easily miss out on a lot of people that you would want to be cheering on. 2, like I've said, money-strapped households. No way they can get access to the big stuff. And there are definitely some people who just cannot access Sky Television. People I work for, they can't do it. 3, the kids. Because won't somebody please think of the children? The amount of events that must get missed has got to be a lot. You can't possibly cover every event on one channel if it takes 12 to cover everything. And the Olympics and Paralympics are just filled with inspirational moments. A child is going to see something that they've never seen before, that they've never thought before, and they're going to think, wow, that is amazing. I want to do that. I want to go for that gold. Because we are all very much, as people, monkey see, monkey do. And events like this can change the course of someone's life. And I know that sounds overly dramatic, but it's true. We love seeing a success story. Someone striving hard to achieve a goal and succeeding. An underdog story. We even love a good failure. It can inspire us to go and try and do things that we have been scared to try. But not necessarily in an athletic sense. Maybe you feel like you could try to get on that YouTube career, that you have no idea what you're doing, and it's okay to fail. And that is an inspiration. And what makes it different from every other tournament and award ceremony is that this impacts almost the whole world. Sorry, Penguins. Look, when you finally get your chance and you march on into that ceremony under your flags, I will be cheering for you if I can afford to watch. Now maybe I'm being pedantic. Maybe having one channel that covers 8.5% of the whole Olympic Games is good enough, but I don't think it is. I think for what we're potentially losing, we deserve a lot more, if not all of it, for free. Now this seems like a great spot to end this, but unfortunately I have one more concern, and that's about the Paralympic Games. Because unlike the Olympic Games, from what I can tell, the Paralympic Games isn't going to be held on this one channel, Sky Open, for free. It is going to be on Channel 1, which is one of New Zealand's most popular channels. I'm a bit concerned about what they're planning to do here. Are they planning to just get rid of all their normal programming for that week and a half and annoy all their core audience members to put on the Paralympics? Or are they going to try and slot the Paralympics into their usual programming? Either way, it doesn't seem fair. Someone is going to lose out, and it really shouldn't be that way, considering the Paralympic Games are probably on a higher level of inspiration than the Olympic Games, and easily just as important. Because, let's face it, you have people like me who make excuses not to go to the gym in the morning because it's too cold. And to be fair, it has been cold this last week. Every morning's been below 0, so leave me alone. And then you have this other group of people who have either from birth or through some life-altering incident, have a disability or a complication, and they've said, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep striving to achieve my goal. And win or lose, that's beautiful. And any of us can do the same. I think it isn't fair to try and slot something like that into other TV programs. And it certainly isn't fair to make all of us pay for it. Oh, it's really hard. It is really hard talking about a subject I don't particularly care about for myself, but when you do for other people, this isn't the sort of thing I'm used to doing. So I just hope this all goes over well, and I really hope that I am being pedantic and that I'm wrong. Anyway, try and get back to something a bit happier next time. Thank you for listening. You may leave now. You're free. Bye.